for you guys, but many people have solved. I'm very happy to see that. Then we will also like lay out the adventure details PhD grade. I hope everyone remember there's this image section that we have 3 images when we screen size shrinks when the one image would be viewed. And these 2 images would be stacked one below the other along with the sold out section, right? Which would be fixed in the right hand side once we are on the larger screen. Then we'll be deploying to Netlify. Hopefully, yeah, we'll do that. Someone did not do when we do module 5. We'll do that today. Hopefully, you will also finish that along with me. So yeah, let's code it out. So now we will be coding, this card layout. So as you can see, we have 2 rows. So we will be creating 2 rows with 4 cards each row having 4 cards. Each card will have an image. The image, like each card will be having an image, right? And it should fit in that particular division, and we'll be having the name of that place along with the price details. And both will be aligned, at left hand side and right hand side. I hope that makes sense, guys. We'll do that right now. So let's do it. I hope everything is clear until now, right? The pace is fine. +1 in the chat if everything is okay and we should continue. +1. Yeah. More +1, guys. I want more +1. Only 3 people are replying. Someone said 0. Why do you want me to stop or what? Amresh. Why 0? There's no 0. I did not say 0. Ashika. Hopefully we'll continue. Okay. So I have actually set up locally, okay? So since Cryo's workspace might be little, might make the whole process a little slow, I have created a local repo having the exact same code that you had in your workspace. Okay, so we will be coding away. So what have I already said? So I have the navigation bar. I have the footer ready with me. Then we have the script tag, of course, that was already there, but yeah. Yeah, let's go live. Give me a second. Okay. Yes. Yes. So let me try to align. Okay, give me a second, guys. Yes. Okay. Makes sense? Okay, I'm almost. Makes sense. Okay, yeah, let's start. So as I said, guys, okay, so we have a division, right? So for the entire row, we have declared like a division for that, having row class of bootstrap. For another division, we have another division with the class row for the second row, right? So let's try to add two like boxes, like two cards right now, and we'll see how that goes, right? So yeah. We will have one division, another division. It might be a little slow, so bear with me. I a little bit figure out how to get my hands really quick in editing. Now, okay. Now, can you guys tell me one thing? If the screen size gets shrink, like for larger screen, how much do we want the division? Like how many cards do we actually want to show? Assuming 4. So can you guys tell me, like, how, like, what should be the class that we will be assigning this first row to be? Yes, right, Manoj Patro. That's absolutely right. Why? So we have like every row can be divided into 12 equal division of columns, right? We want to, we want 4 cards. So if we divide 12 with 4, we will get 3. So for each card, we will have 3 section, like 3 columns, like small, if we divide for the entire row with 12, we will have 3, right? So the class that we'll assign here would be called LG3. Makes sense? Makes sense, right, guys? So we will do the same thing for the next class as well. Now, since we want to have an image as well, what was the images are present in the assets, right? As so it would be assets slash suggestions. Assets adventures slash resort dot jpg. And we see, just check if it's okay. Just see. Why don't we see anything? Yeah, nothing about below, please. Is it visible? Yes, it's visible. I guess I have written wrong path. Let me just quickly check. I don't have the assets folder. Oh, strange. Just quick, give me a second, guys. Let me quickly check how to do your projects. We should do assets actually. Oh my god. Wait. Let me download an image. Assets. I'll create an assets page. Assets folder. Inside assets. Assets will have adventures. Result. Image. Oh, sorry for that. Result. Maybe use the same image for everything. This something. Process. where I have 3 colors. Okay, sorry. But then there is no assets for that, right? I need to add something just. Let me do that quickly. It's not but okay. Why is not good this time? We have something to showcase. Yes. Okay. We have been adding an image. So that yes. Okay. Image. Oh my god. Okay. Mistakes happened. Let me create an anchor tag inside that we will be having an image division. Image division would have a source, right? So for source, let's add adventures slash assets slash adventures slash result. Cool. Up until now, everyone understand, right? Sorry for that slow. Yeah, we can use, yeah. So now instead of uploading, yeah, we can do that. I just wanted a fast read. That's fine. Any issues up until now, right, guys? Everyone understand that? Sorry for taking it so long to figure out the small thing. Just, okay, yeah. So we have an image, right? And that image is inside an anchor tag. Actually, this anchor tag. Okay, yeah. So we will be having, okay, inside that anchor tag, let's actually declare a division. And inside that division, because we are having a card class, right? So we want, oh, yes. So what was the class name? Adventures. Wait. So we have HRF, since we are, result slash. So it will be redirected to resort when we click on it. Yes, it's getting clicked. That's a good sign. Now we would have this adventure card. Okay, inside we have an image. Inside that image, let's add it's a resort image. So why do we actually use alt inside an image tag? Can anyone answer that? Quick question for everyone. In landing page, we created a grid. Yes, we did. Using 1 row and 8 columns inside. Why do 2 rows? Because we want to create something similar of what the image shows, right? And in this image, we have 2 rows. That's why I have created 2 rows and not grid. We can use that, but I guess it comes more handy, right? Quick question, guys. Everyone answer. Why do we repeat? Why do we add alt in an image tag? An image does not load the text in. Exactly. Great. Right answer. Yes, image does not load. So it's really handy. Like if you guys must have, seen pages where there are a lot many images and images are not loading, and for some time at least we want something to be viewed, at least what the image is. So that's why we use an alt tag. Great answer, guys. Now we have another division. Inside that division, we will be having, let's say, just quickly show an H5. So why H5? People who have done must be finding it a little easy, right? I hope data. Para. Is that what used? Okay. 1800. I'm not going to now paste the symbol. Just quick. Let me check how this image looks. Yes. So right now we have resort and 1800 stacked one below each other. Can anyone say why? I guess that's the default behavior, but isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Let me check. Yes. So we will add few classes here. We'll add few classes here as well. Now H5, we can add text left, but then it's not required because already the text is aligned resort. So it's fine. The resort is already aligned to left. Everything makes sense up until now, right? +1 in the chat if it does. We got one. Okay, Yash, you're direct messaging me. Can you write it to everyone? I guess. +1 in the chat, guys. Adventure, we have got text. And then, yes. We'll do something, we'll make it better, a little better. Okay? How many guys are very much comfortable using CSS? I hope you should. But yeah, you guys are comfortable using CSS, right? Let me grab that CSS. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we had two, right? There's this image that we need to add something. Before that, let's make the card a little more, user friendly. So let's give it a height. Let's say 320 pixel. Just wanted to check if it's visible from you. 320 pixel height. Then we can add cursor as pointer. Does anyone does not know what a cursor actually does? Border. 1 pixel. So that maybe All right, now let me show you something. Red. Okay. I haven't used this color before. Okay. That's okay. That's commentary. I have added color to the right. Let me check. Let me check. Adventure card. Adventure card. Minor states. Don't do that, guys. Always ensure that whatever you are using. Okay, still not. Okay. Let's check why it's not. It should come, right? Let me quickly check. Adventure card. Okay, I have added a top. Cool. Up until now, everyone understands, right? Okay. The way I'm coding, it's pretty much how everyone could be starting. It's for the first go, it's not mandatory that you get everything. Just need to picturize, right? So yes, object fit. Before that, let's add overflow, right? It's overflowing. So we want it to be hidden. It's looking a little absurd. Let me check. Adventure card is 380 pixels. Makes sense. Border radius. How much border radius we should run? Installation. Let's add border radius. 10 pixels. Does people know how to check the CSS property using console? Like, which properties? Can we use height 100%? Yes, we can use. Let's use that. It actually makes more sense. Because the div above that is adjusted. Yes. Yes. So only one people know how to use CSS, like how to check which CSS properties applied to the current division or the current UI that we are selecting. Does anyone else know? How do we erase control, position, color? I guess we are done. Just right. Right. We can add flex. Display flex. I am very complex. Many times you have come across. According to what base the height will take 100%. Okay, yeah. See, we have this. Okay. Yes. I'll confirm that. Srinivas, let me finish this. I'll come back to that question. Flex. Then we have flex direction written as column. Makes sense. Anything we are missing? I guess we are almost overflow hidden. We have added, so the image would overflow this current division, right? So height 100%. We have added. Yes, I guess our card is almost ready. We should let's customize the image a little bit as well. So we want to take the width to be 100% of this division, right? So let's take 100%. Then we have height 100%. Okay. And object width. Contain, I guess it was not cover. Let me check. Contain. It should not. I guess it should be covered so that it does not get stretched. Yes, it's covered. Cool. Up until now, okay, it's looking very absurd, this arching. Okay. Sorry. Everyone understand up until now what's the use case to it? +1 in the chat if everyone understand up until now what I have added, which CSS property I have added, why I have added. I hope everyone is comfortable with this border syntax. Can anyone see what this 3 different property of border actually signify? Like what is 1 pixel, what is solid, and what DDD? DDD, I guess the color one everyone got because I have already added the red color and you have seen, right? It added some color to the border of that division. Apart from that, what solid and what 1 pixel signifies, can anyone share in the chat? Exactly. Correct. So the width of that border, if I add like 5 pixel, let's say, it would make, see, can you see it? This gray color has spanned over, like the width has become more prominent. It's because it has increased to 5 pixels, but yeah. I hope everyone understand. So once we hover it, we want to add some changes, right? So when we will hover it, we want a dimming effect, which comes, yes. So when we will hover it, we want the image to go slight dark, right? So if we want to do that, how would we do that? We have a property called as filter, okay? Now, what filter does, it has many functions, as you can see, blur, brightness, contrast. The way we actually edit inside, I would say, any tool, what we have like Photoshop, we decrease the brightness or add some contrast. In web pages, we can do the exact similar thing using this filter property. Now, filter property have different like functions, right? Like how we can add a grayscale, how we can drop shadow, how we can add contrast. Now, what we actually want, we want the brightness to decrease to 50%, right? So when I hover over it, Yes. Can you guys see when I borderline thickness and it's exactly 10 passes. It's having this effect, right? It's the brightness is decreasing, so that the UI looks kind of cool and pretty, right? So that's why we do that. Also, when we hover it, it's like quickly doing it, right? And we want something to be smooth. So what we can add? We can add a transition. Now, what transition will do? Any property change we do while hovering, it will add like the transition property that we'll be adding, slow it down. So we want it to take a little bit more time, if I could say. So let's add like 0.2, okay, not 2 seconds, 0.2 seconds, right? And I want it on all the properties. Since we have used all properties, let me refresh. See, can you see the difference? Earlier when I just hover it, all should come first. All should come first. Yes. No. I guess all should come later. I don't think they proper, but yeah, I guess it would work. It's working. I need to check the documentation, but I guess it's okay. Perfectly no. Let me check quickly under transition property. Sources. My keyboard is not helping me today. Sorry for that. Okay, we are checking for the all, right? Feel free to use, like, whenever you have a doubt, I would suggest get it clarified at the moment itself. Yes, all can come. I don't think the sequence will actually matter right now, but I guess it does the same thing. Okay. See. It's okay. Sequence, I guess, filter does not matter. It was earlier, right, when we added all in the second half, but yeah, it's fine. So yes, we are done with the. Makes sense. But yeah, we have added. Okay, now let's work on this card section, right? So we saw in the card section, we want this resort and the price to actually come like like when the divisions, like when the window size actually shrinks down, we want it to stack top to bottom, like resort below that, because we won't have the required width to span it to across both the ends. So for larger device, we want it to have span across different ends. So how can we do that? Let's add some. Okay, what actually? Okay, wait, give me a second. Yes. Yes, sure. Okay. Let's give it a block. We can, for like medium size screen, we want the display to be flex, right? What this mean? I'm saying it right. We want the display to be block. We want the display for medium screen sizes plus to have flex. I hope I'm getting it right. Justify content between. Why between? Can anyone say why we want to justify content between? Anyone in the chat? Between. But yes, justify content. But see, why we are adding? Yeah, that's my question. I'll answer that. But justify content between, what does it do? Can anyone say? Yes, exactly. Now I am actually not in medium, so that's not visible. But can everyone guys see, right? When we span it to larger screen size, for medium we did have something. But yeah, it's coming across both the ends. So when we add justify content in between, this every like space would come in between there, and they would be sidetracked to both the ends, if that makes sense. Sure. Space between elements. You want to give me a round? Okay, let's check. How does that? Definition. Yes. But then we want it to span across the entire width, right? We are having some space before that, which I don't think is the current requirement. But I guess justify between would more make sense in this case. We need that padding. We can add extra padding. It's adding a lot, much padding. That actually is a right answer, but I feel we can add some pixel too because the padding that we are getting is too much. If we see the image, let me see. Yes. I feel it's adding too much padding. That's why I'm preferring here. But yeah, you can go for between, like around as well. Let me see if that thing is working. Cool, cool, cool. We are getting some good padding. We are getting everything. Let me copy paste the entire thing below as well. Okay. Also, one thing I'm kind of missing out. Let me. Okay. So for large screen, we want it to be 3 sections, right? But what happens if we have a small screen? We would want mostly two, cards to be shown. So what is the property that we'll be adding when, for, let's say, small size screen? Anyone in the chat? Or normally, let's say. Call SM6. We have to call 6 right now. Because for large, we have defined for anything other than large, we want it to be spanned into 6. Like, 2 divisions. So 12 divided by 2 would be 6. That's why 6 strips of 6 equal strips for an each cup. Make sense? And flex in large screens. We need that padding. I guess we need flex in large screens. Where do you want to add flex, Anurag? Okay. Let me copy paste this. This division. Okay. DLG flex. Where do you want that flex to? Yes, we can add. Let me quickly check it. Okay. Okay. In the monster. Okay. Just give me a second. In the monster as in like can you speed which line number? Like 49. It's the line numbers are visible, right? 49. DLG flex. Yeah, let's add that. Motor into. Now, I guess for large screen we can add flex, right? Yes, we can add NB, we can add LG for if you're preferring for LG to be also display as flex, we can add that. Let me add it before. Makes sense. And this one is black, we can confirm. Okay, sure, I'll confirm it. Oh, okay. What appropriate okay. Let me quickly confirm it. It's I hope. Okay. Give me a second, please. Have I added that in secondary? Right. Check. Okay. I guess it should be right, isn't it? Give me a quick look, guys. 6. Row, add to me anything, result, nothing, hash, because it's not entered. Okay. For they seem to be what the difference. Let's check by okay, did I do anything? Okay, one. I have added some. Okay, I've added 20 cards. Let me check whatever I want. There should be 4, right? I have added 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why they are coming in that way? Resort. Oh yeah, it's I might have done something wrong. This video. Okay. I might have added something. This works. It should be expected, guys. Every CS is like you have seen, right? The way it works. There's this division. Okay, did I? Or we don't want to mess around and let's check that later. Up until now, I guess everyone got you right. For small screen window, then 2 will stay because for every like for anything other than what I say, we have so we have call 6 for everything other, and for last string we have 3. That's why it's coming 4 divisions. If it's making sense, right? Can you take one more pick of any other card? Can you take one more pick of any of the card to see the length and width coming? Fine. Okay. You want me to add another? Let's check. Let's see. Yes, this is what I was earlier talking, right? Adventures card, image, 100 height. That like whatever class we have added, this image card, so the adventure card image, right? It's coming, and we can see if we want to disable any transition, this 2-second transition would go. It's not at all. But yeah. Everyone got it right. Anurag, can what are questions? Yes, another image, different aspect ratio. You want me to add another image? Okay. Where do you want me to add? We have like, let's say, copy paste the entire division and add it with the blah, right? Yes, this isn't that what is expected? To span to 6, and whatever is left goes to the another row. It's fine, right? I guess we should be moving on. I'm not sure what you want me to showcase it. Yes.
So instead of that particular image for the next card, can you change the image with different expectation, like different than the resort image?
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me pick resort image. Movie please now. Why do you actually want me to? Like, do you want to see something?
Yes, because we use different images, right? And they have a different
sure.
ratio, and width and height varies.
Yes,
The
as the
width and
pixel.
height of the card varies, so just wanted to see if it is.
Yeah, sure. It will perfectly. I'm not getting this JPG image. Can you just share any JPG image link you have? Oh, I have if guys, anyone can share any link, if whatever you want. Who will do first? I guess if let me try that out. Whoever wins will paste that link in the chat. Okay. Matrix. Yeah, that will not do .jpg on the channel. It's not suggested to us. Matrix style. Dimensions. JPG. Result it is not. Makes sense. Let's add JPG one. First one. Yeah, makes sense. I guess both of them. Censorship laws, please. Yeah, sure. I will. Pretty much. We can add this division. Like this div can have a padding. We can add padding. It's not image division. What was the class name? Whoever asked, I have used another image. Does that answer your query?
Yeah, but in the dev tools, can we see what is the aspect ratio for both images?
Text, yeah, sure. Give me a second. Text. Text. What is this class? Text. Is that more? We have padding because padding 5 pixels. Just to check. Yeah, it does like that. It looks better. Yes, you want me to check the aspect ratio, right? Okay. Yeah, anything in particular you want? Yes, we have 100 pixels.
Could you hover over that?
Yes.
IMG tag in that dev tool?
Yes. See, if I go
in the code, in the HTML code.
HTML code, IMG.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
just below.
Below, yes.
Yeah. Just hover. It should show on the link. If you hover over it, it should show the aspect ratio on the link.
Yeah.
This here result link should show. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's 4:3. Yeah, what about the other? What about the other image?
Other image. Sure. Different, little different. Makes sense.
Can you go back to the previous? I think the rendered aspect.
Okay. What we can do it later. We'll try to once the session ends, we'll go through this issue. Okay. Let me complete whatever we want. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Cool. Now let's hop on to the different section. Okay. Once we click on it, it should go to this result page, right? So let me check. Okay, so now we wanna add up until now, guys. Everyone understand what I was telling you how to add different links, how to make it span to both the end of that entire division, how to add image, how to, enable that card to have like different number of cards when the device sizes decreases or increases. How to do that? Everyone got like +1 in the chat if everyone understand. And let's move on to the topic where we'll be adding, this 3 images and the sold section. Only +1. Like I got only one +1, guys. The text should be fronted in the row. Yeah. Sure. We can add that. Let me quickly do that. Yes. Justify content in the address. And then text align to please enter. Justify content in between. Text. Adventure text. Adventure card text. I have it. Text is okay. Yes, what we can do, we can add text where we want that center, right? We want for medium screen. Text and center that pause later.
Yes, it's for medium and for mobile both.
Medium and mobile both. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure why this text +1 image mark. Yes. We'll move on. We can have text align center. Yeah. Makes sense. I guess I haven't actually quite read the question, but I guess it was something similar, right? Anurag, it's very true. I need to check on the requirements as well. But yeah, I guess that's something easy that everyone can do it. But the image main part was, to figure out that thing, which is fine. Yeah, great. Let's move on to this topic. So we will be adding, okay, before that, I guess we can take a 5 minutes break up until now. So let me add a timer. We'll go for a quick break for 5 minutes. I'm actually thirsty myself. Timer. It's kind of time. Oh, wow. This map is good. Okay. Well, come back in 5 minutes, guys. Let me stop the screen. We'll come back.